I hope you're doing well. I'm hoping that everything is up and running here. Let me finish getting set up. Um, I'm just trying to make sure we're all live and things are thinging. Um, let's see. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Um, well, I see the Twitch one. I'm not sure that I'm seeing. Okay. Yeah, cool. We've got it going on YouTube as well. Perfect. Okay. Hope everyone is doing well. It's been a little while since we chatted last. I have been pretty covered up with some professional services stuff here at Sidera Labs. Lots of awesome new folks that we've been getting on board to Omni specifically. Lots and lots of Omni stuff going on, which is always fun. Um, but I'm finally got a little bit of free time to hack on something that I can make public. So I was actually chatting with some folks yesterday that are wanting to do a POC of Omni and Talos, and they're wanting to use Linode for that. So if you don't know, Linode is another cloud that got purchased by Akamai a little while ago. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that name right. I've seen them everywhere, but I can't pronounce the name. But yeah, so they purchased Linode a while back. And they're not. We haven't really done anything with Linode before with Talos, and so I was wanting to give it a shot and see kind of how things went. And good morning, Ahmed. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so let's get a little Terraform example going. This is the kind of the thing I've done for the past few live streams. Of course, you guys know that. But I think it's kind of fun stuff. I'll go ahead and share my screen. We'll get things kind of set up here. So I hacked on this a little bit last night. Didn't get very far, but got to some spot. And then we'll kind of finish building it out. But what we're doing is going to be pretty much pretty common to what we've done in these live hacks before. But the TLDR is upload an image, create a bunch of VMs, and then bootstrap those VMs. So that's what we're after. So let's do it. So one thing I did run into last night was creating a custom image in Linode. You can't just give it a URL, which is unfortunate. You have to give it like a local file path. Which means that you have to kind of pull the file down yourself before you go, uploading the custom image. I spent a bunch of time with this in Terraform yesterday, and there's not really a good way to do local files, and especially when they get a little larger, and it's also just there's a few more warts to it, and we'll talk through those. But what I'm going to do is we'll make sure this works again first. What I'm going to do is go out here, look at my images. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to delete this one that we've created. And then I'm going to go to the Talos releases. And we're going to have to we're going to have to add some of this stuff to the README, of course. But we do have 1.4.5, which just came out a couple days ago. And you can actually use the metal image directly in Linode, which is cool. So I'm going to download that. Actually, I don't want to. I'm going to put it in my path, I think. Let me copy the link. So let's see. Let me blow everything up. So I'm going to grab that. And so the wart here is, well, there's a couple of warts. Can't do the URL directly, which is unfortunate. They also require that your image that you upload is a gzip only, like not a tar archive, which is unfortunate as well. But what we'll have to do, at least the way that I had this working last night, and I'm hoping this is going to work again, is the following. So I untar this metal image. That gives me the raw disk. And then basically, I just gzip it back up. And that's going to take just a hot second to do. And then we'll rename it to something more meaningful. But that'll get us pretty close. So I'm going to say disk.raw. I'm going to change that to be called Talos Linux v1.4.5 metal. I'm going to give it a long name just so it's very clear as to what it is. So I'm going to move that to a better name. And so we now have that gzip file, and I'm a little, I guess it, yeah, I don't know. It looks like the tar, I tried the tar yesterday directly and it didn't work. So we're going to stick with this for now. I may go back and retry that and see if I can figure it out. What I'm going to do, so I've got, I'm going to make this a variable, I think. And say var.file. We do this something similar in Azure, so I'm going to kind of keep that same flow. We call it image file. That'll work. Okay, so in variables, I'm going to, again, snatch the one out of the Azure docs. Well, not docs, the Azure example. Try to give a little bit of it to go on there. Can I use variables instead of variables? Oh, let's try it. So if I say I want to do Telos Linux and I wonder if I can do that. We'll see. We'll find out. Make sure I got all that stuff. Looks like it. Cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna make this a variable that can be overridden. And I kind of have ulterior motives here as well with this image file and making it a variable. One thing we talked about in planning this week internally is making these examples part of our actual E2E testing. So I'm trying to make it so that like these file paths, and as opposed to downloading from the URL, that we can like generate them in Drone as we build Talos and say like, here's the new metal image file, and being able to take that and use it in this Terraform example and use it in our testing. So hoping we can make that happen too. But anyway, let's see if this uploads our custom image for us. I think I knitted this already. Yeah, I did. Terraform, apply. Yeah, can't use variables here. That's lame. Okay. So I'm going to say we would prefer defaulting it this way. And then I will do this probably. On that 4.5, see if that works. Oh, it's image file, not image name. Okay, that's easy. Cool. So that looks like it will take this local file path and push up an image for Talos 1.4.5. Invalid token. Okay, let me drag this over here, and I need to, well, hang on. I have to open Linode first, and find my, dang, I don't even think I have an API key in this box. So give me a hot second here. Okay, let me see what that looks like. Sorry, give me just a second. I didn't think to set this before I went live. Okay, so export. All right, let's pull up. We're going to need these anyway, so let's pull the Terraform docs for Linode and find that environment variable. Linode token, that's the one I want. Okay. Sorry, having difficulties with new lines, I think. Oh, maybe it's good. Okay, so let me reset my terminal. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now let's apply. Yes. Oh, come on. Oh. Apply with my variable. Cool. So that's going. Let's see. If we look in here, we can see that pending. It tends to take a minute, I think. At least it did last night. I don't know if it's quicker during the day. You know how things happen that way sometimes. But I've still got Slack open and everything. Surprised I haven't been getting pinged. But yeah, so we're gonna wait on that to create. And while we do, let's think about what we need next. So if we've got our image there, that's great. It's time then, I think, create a few. Well, let's take a look at what we do like in DigitalOcean. I think it just goes upload the image, create the control plane, create the workers. Yeah, pretty much. And then here we do a load balancer and stuff. We'll probably do that too, I guess. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, let's see. All right. So let's create some Linode instances. How does that do? How does that work? How do we do it? Linode instance. So there's some bits that I did run into trying to create this. I spun one up manually just to see what it looked like. And using the image was fine, but I did have a problem with they try to inject their own kernel unless you tell it not to. And so I need to be able to fix that. And I think this might be where I have to do that. Yeah, this guy. So I want this Linode direct disk. It's like, from what I understand, direct disk is what makes it just, hey, it's built into the disk. Don't even worry about it. That's the guy we want. So yeah, let's see if we can. Let's take the absolute basic here. And I'm actually gonna open this in side by side so I can kind of cheat off myself here and see what I've done here before. Because I can never remember counts and all that fun stuff. I don't really care about any of these. I do care about the image. So I'm thinking I can do Linode image. Let's try the ID. And then what kind of instance type do I want? That's a good question. Oh, they don't give me fun names here. That's great. Is this gonna just work? Yeah, cool. Sorry if that's tiny. What I want is, I want this shared. I don't want to do, I'm not trying to go crazy here. I want this like, there's a shared 4 gig. Linode 4 gig is what I want. So let's go find it. Looks like G6 Standard 2, which is an interesting name for that, but hey, man, it is what it is, I guess. Okay. No, we're already pretty close. Okay. So I also found that you have to set a root password, which is pretty whack, but again, it is what it is. All these clouds expecting passwords and SSH keys, man. It's messed up. But we'll set a dummy one anyway. That's fine. And then I needed that config. Where's the config section? Let's see how this works. Okay, so they're just overriding. Okay, so they're taking. I wonder if I can share a. No, it looks like I gotta create the instance first and then the boot config. That's a little lame. All right, well, let's try it out. Didn't need an account. So I don't want any of this stuff. I don't really care. I want the defaults for everything but this kernel. And I'm hoping that I can get rid of this. And it was direct disk, I think. Again with the count. It's been a few weeks since I've done Terraform, so now I can't remember how to go across all of them, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Labels required. Dadgummit. All right. Is that also going to require it for the boot config? Yup. And we'll clean all this up afterwards. It's it's just getting it rolling first. Do I do count here? Maybe. Let's go cheat somewhere. Count.index. Yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. All right, so this is going to add 6 things, which is, I think, what we want. We're going to get 3 instances, 0, 1, and 2 on the control plane, and then 3 boot configs. And I think all these are fine as far as like, I wonder about the booted. I wonder what the default value is for that. Let's go see. Because we definitely want it online right away. Sheesh. If unspecified, I don't really want the provider managing it in the long term. I just want to make sure it gets turned on first, but we'll see if it happens automatically. Okay, grief. Those labels are not good. Okay. Inching ever closer here. Yeah, cool. All right, this cat says it's running. I did set up this Lish console via SSH. Let's see what that looks like. See if it gives me something fun to go on. Kernel panic, sweet. So this is what I saw earlier when it was not doing direct disk. So I must have messed that up. Yeesh. Linode direct dash disk. Did I mess that up? Don't think so. All right, fun. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I'm missing something on how to boot this, I think. Linode gives you a lot of options, which is good, but it's not exactly easy here yet. I've got 2 boot configs, it looks like, which I'm a little wondering about. Use the Linode instance config resource. Is that what I did? I think so. Yes. wonder if I need to like create the boot config first. I wonder if there's a way to do that. No, I think I didn't quite go far enough here. Created a boot config, but I didn't actually configure. Okay, so you create the instance. Then they're creating a volume, which I don't really think I care about that. But they are then creating a boot disk and then a boot config. They're not specifying an image here, which is interesting. Okay, so I think I need this first. Okay, let's try that. Oh man, is that gonna get rid of? That's gonna get rid of my image too. That's a bummer. Shouldn't have done that. It's gonna take a minute to come back. Anywho, let's see. So I don't want to specify an image here. Instead, I want this cat right here, this boot disk. And in there, I want, well, most of the stuff, honestly. So that's a boot label, Linode instance. I'm gonna cheese this now for now, I think, with just a regular. So we'll do 10 gigs, I think. All right. Yeah. And I'm gonna snatch this image. I'm gonna forget about all this stuff. Just enough to make it go. And then I need to count. Cool. Okay. Let's see. So that's using the boot disk for this line already. Same goes for this. I'm gonna try to see where that gets me. Oh, good grief. Looks like I might do a lot of waiting around today. Okay, we done? We done? We done yet? We done yet? That's gonna be a shame about my image. That's gonna stink to have to recreate that. I'm gonna need to figure that out. All right, destroyed. So now let's apply again. Oh no, did I mess it up? No, I did specify the custom image. Oh, it's the boot. Okay. Sorry, I was a little worried about the parallelism here. But I can create the instance without creating the boot disk right away, apparently. And that'll write on the custom image ID. And then things should, I guess, happen once that goes. That says ready, but I'm not sure I believe that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we gotta wait on that again. The boot config's created. See if I can see what these look like. Yeah, so that I think is more of what I wanted to see, was just the one boot config with direct disk. Cool. Hopefully this will work then once it comes up. So once we have this, we'll need to do some workers as well, of course. And then I guess we'll have to explore load balancers. That probably makes sense too. And I'm sure they have that. Node balancers, is that? Assuming that's the same thing. Sure it is. Select region, TCP. Yeah, that should have most of what we want. I wonder if I should use the same label for all control plane nodes. All right, well, while we're waiting on that, I mean, we're going to have to do all this same stuff again. Man, I wonder if you can share that boot disk and boot config. It's pretty gross. No, because it has to be specific to the instance ID. Dadgummit. All right. Well, all right. Let's see. Worker. Okay, so I think that'll have everything we need for creating the workers as well. Once we're okay. Did that turn those on? No, of course. So that's where we need that. Dang, that sucks. All right. No, it has to destroy those boot disks just to recreate them. That's weird, but fine. Yeah, we're gonna have to set that power thing, I guess. Let's go find it again. Booted equals true in the boot config. Also, my auto formatting is not working for some reason. It's frustrating. works down there. What the heck? Alrighty, cool. I said it was cool, but apparently it's not gonna actually work. Why? I still have to. Good grief. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Still have to specify the disk too. I guess the actual. Had to give it the root device. Yeah. All right. Fine. I was hoping to not do a lot of work, but it looks like we're not going to get out of it. So I don't want SDB. I'm going to forget about that and say my root device is SDA. That's all I care about. Instance disk D. And then kind of same story here, I think, for the worker. So that will give us, actually specify a root device and where we're going to boot from. So hopefully that'll get us going. It went running. That's got to be good. Maybe. Oh, disk resize failed. Maybe it's not good. Huh? A little confused by that. I think I might not. So it's an 80 gig disk by default. I think I may just not mess with that if I can. 80 gig sounds fine, but we'll see if that works after this. Yeah, cool. Okay. So we've now got Talos running. Perfect. Excellent. Awesome. And we're ready to bootstrap, which is great. But let's see. We need a load balancer first. Yeah, we need a load balancer first. I'm wondering if I can get away without setting this. I didn't like that anyway. No, I do want to see. Let's see. Can I actually hit this? Yeah, cool. Oh no, it does. Okay, so it did resize. I think I'd rather not resize though. I'd rather take the 80 gigs it gives me. It looks like it just does that anyways. What if I can just drop it and it'll just do its thing? Oop, daggone it. Oh well. Yeah, pretty goofy. It gives you an 80 gig disk either way. Okay. So next steps will be creating an LB, excuse me, for the control plane, and then we will bootstrap Talos. I think that'll be basically it. So let's see, what do we need to do next? I'm going to cheat here. So we generally do, yeah, okay. All right, let's go looking at node balancers. Let's take a look at this guide. So that's just creating it. And then you have to configure it, of course. Okay, so for each node, yeah, okay. So we got to create this like little stub for the node balancer, kind of the same we did for instances. Then we have to do the config for it to set up the ports and all that fun stuff. And then we have to like do a per node, adding it to the load balancer. And that's all fine. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Okay. Let's see, call it Talos CPLD. Southeast, I think is what we've been using. Yeah. Okay. Get rid of these. That will create our load balancer. And then we'll need to we'll chase that with a config. Protocol, let's make sure that I can do TCP. Yep, cool. TCP, and then I actually want a health check on TCP as well. I guess that's connection probably. It doesn't. Confused about connection. Let's see here. Load balancer, health checks. That's what I want. There's a TCP on 50,000 actually, which I know seems a little goofy, but I'm going to stick to defaults for almost all the stuff. But I'm not sure I can help check on a different port. Is what I'm a little concerned about. I bet it uses the same port. Guess this means we're going check none. Is what it is, I guess. That's not really where we want to be in no health checking, but I don't think I can configure the health check port. So we're gonna go with nothing for now, and then we might double back and clean that up later. So there's my config, and now I want to load balancer node. And for this, so I'm gonna drop things that I can, I think. Control plane LB, and then so this control plane LB config. And then in here, I don't think I want all that action. I'm going to do something maybe a little easier. Make my label right though. Oh, good grief, come on. I wonder if that's going to require a label. Maybe I missed that. Try to grab it all, and then forgot I did that. Sorry if I'm not talking much. I'm just trying to figure out where I am here. Okay, so we got node balancer. That's messing me up. The node balancer ID, the config ID, which is this guy right here. And then we need addresses. And I'm going to try to make this easier than that, I think. By saying, what am I saying? This is basically what I want, I think. Unless it's not going to let me get that easily. That's what I want to do, but I'm not sure if that's going to work the way I want. We'll see. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Okay, I guess I'll go back to the element example. Just trying to be too clever, I guess. Okay. Let me see what I have available to myself here. Linode, tiles control plane. Okay, so I think. Oh, that doesn't help. Love Terraform sometimes. Okay, so I thought I could do something like this, which is address equals Linode instance tiles control plane count dot index dot private IP address. Maybe I can't. Let's see if that actually takes, and then I do have to add port 6443. Ah. All right. Argument address is required, but no connection was not. I'm not sure why that doesn't work. Fun and interesting times. I've got to be doing something silly here. This looks like I typoed something or something. I don't know. I'm not seeing it straight away. Let me raise my desk. Give me just a second. Okay. So yeah, let me see what kind of output I actually do get, I guess. I mean, I should have private IP address. That should work. Okay, I'm not seeing right away why this doesn't work. Let's see. So let me copy exactly what I got over here and just do a small edit and see if that gets us there. Thinking it won't because I'm doing something wrong, but okay. Given index is greater than or equal to length of collection. Man, this is weird. guess I'm gonna have to go back to the element bit. But I do want to try this first. Oh. Well, that explains part of it. But it's still not going to work, I don't think, because that first one is barfing. Include a null value. Yeah, we're going to have to go back to the element bit, I think. Okay, let's understand what that does. All right, so I'm going to do this down here so I can see what's going on. So 16443, Linode instance, Talos control plane. That's what I want. Yeah, I mean, that seems reasonable enough, but it wasn't working earlier. So let's see if it decides to work now. Okay. Oh, I mean, I have private IP addresses. That may be why. Yeah, that's exactly why. Duh. Okay. Let me think about that then. Do I need private IP addresses? Can I use the IPv4 and be done with this? Was that giving me the same error if I did it this way? Can that include blah, blah, blah? Yeah. Okay, so let's see if I can just do IPv4 and balance it over the public IP for now. Just like that. So let me get back to my element. I keep trying to get away from it. I just need to embrace it, I think. It told me, I thought, that there was an IPv4 attribute. Yeah. Guess I can try to add a private IP. Yeah, it's just private IP true. Let's see if I can just add that and then it'll just work. Probably not. That'd be too easy. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can comment this out first to get my private IPs attached. So that will create my load balancer config and then add these private IPs, I guess. See how this goes. Still Still modifying. Still modifying. Hey. Cool. It's always interesting how slightly different every cloud provider is. There's always some little differences here and there. All right, now let's see if I can do this. And if I can't, then hey man. Cool. Okay. That was a long ride. Okay, so this will get us load balanced against all of the internal IPs on 6443, which is good. Cool. That was quick. And let's look at our node balancers. 0 up, 3 down. All right. I guess because there's no health checking, it's just kind of like, yeah, we're good. Did that allow me to? Yeah, see, no, it doesn't let me select the port. And we don't have, so the thing I'm worried about is that we don't have Kubernetes bootstrapped yet. And we have to bootstrap against let me think about this actually. Because Kubernetes won't be up, so it can't serve on port 6443 until we do a teloctl bootstrap. But that may be okay. I don't know. We're going to leave it turned off for now, and we may come back and mess with this later. Let's see if I just don't save my configuration, what it's going to do. Yeah, because I'm thinking that we might be able to actually make that do a real health check on 6443, but I need to think through that first. Anyways, we've got a load balancer up. That's great. Now I think we can actually copy most of this and just reuse it. What we're going to do is create machine secrets, cluster name, client configuration. So we need all of the IP addresses. So IPv4 is supposed to have IPv4. Let's see if that actually works the way I wanted it to earlier. So I say give me all IPv4. That should get me all the endpoints in there. Then we need our load balancer IP. Oh, come on, you. None of my autocomplete's working anymore, which is not fun. IPv4 should key there to give me .IPv4. And then I'm going to say this depends on that. Although I feel like the dependency is kind of built in if I'm specifying it here. Yeah. Well, I did it anyway, I guess. Not going to hurt anything. Yes, I see. Like I can bootstrap without ever knowing. Yeah, I think we can make that health check work. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained thinking there's a couple of different things here. We've got this set up. That's all fun and good. Why are we saying account index here when there's oh yeah, there is account. Okay, got it now. Got it. Let's say that's supposed to give me their IPv4 address. And then again with this load balancer IP. Almost there, I think. This is for the workers. And then one more for the worker config. All right, dangerously closer to being able to see what's broken. Did first control plane node here. First one here as well. And that should be it. Maybe, hopefully. We'll see. See what happens. I'm wondering if that's giving me. It's giving me multiple IPs or something, I think. All right. Well, let's think through this. So these seem fine. It's specifically, I think, here is where we're falling over to start. I believe. Yeah, in the Talos config. So it's a tuple with 3 elements because I think we have 3 IPv4 addresses, maybe? Is that what's happening? Well, only 2, so I'm not sure why that's saying that. We're gonna make it. Let's get there. IPv4 is returning more than one thing, though. Let's figure out why. Oh, that's the node balancer. Let's look at the instance. Okay. IP underscore address may be the one we want. Because I think that maybe this gives us just a list of them. I do think I want IPv4 up here, though, on this load balancer. I think that's how that one works, but let's see. Hey, cool. Okay. Sorry, I want to be able to see a little better. If I can't see, you guys definitely can't see. So here. Okay. Endpoints, nodes. That's for 0. Let's going to bootstrap against 0. That looks right. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go for it. Why not? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. We got something in our Q config. Was I still SSH in? No. Let's see what's going on the node. Did that actually hit the bootstrap? Yes. So that's good. Now I just got to figure out why we can't get a Q config. I was wondering if it happened too fast. Yup. I think. Huh. I've never seen it happen like that. That's okay. So this is racy with bootstrapping. So we need to figure that out, I guess. It's a little work there. And then I think there's an outputs we need if we actually want to. Actually, let me just copy this whole file. There's nothing interesting in here. If we want to actually go fetch stuff. Okay. Cool. Almost there. We need to remember how to get a Terraform output. Cool. Oh, I needed like a raw output, I think. Dash raw. Not quite there. Assuming this is why. Our load balancer, something's up with our load balancer. So see, I think I don't even want these passive checks right now. I think I want it to just go. Well, we're done over here. Huh. So close. So what happens if I disable this? Just tell it I want to do nothing. Yeah, we still got something busted with our load balancer, I think. Everything else seems fine. The boot sequence completed, so Kubernetes came up on that node and stuff. Yeah, we're just missing something. Hopefully nothing too crazy here. We'll think we'll probably make this the last thing for today. If we can figure this out real quick, because that'll have us with a full cluster running, which would be great. And then I'll kind of clean this stuff up and yeah, we'll clean it up and then get it rolling. Or get it out there rather for people to use. Yeah, I mean, looking at other ones, that's pretty much all we do. I'm gonna see if it'll if it'll show as like ready or whatever. No, did it say that? No, they went up. Okay. Now I'm very confused. Yeah, it's not responding still. There's no way that active health check kicked in that fast. That must have just been something that was cached, I think. Now they're showing down again. That's weird. Okay. So I would have thought if it's just looking at TCP connection and it looks for 6443 and it's up, it should just work, I thought. Okay, so let's set it back to none. Gotta love it. It's always something. Passive checks are off. Why did it go ready for a hot second? I'm not sure what happened when it went up for shortly. Let's see. What am I looking for? Need some IPs, I guess. Yeah, all right. So that's like I said, man. It seems like things are up. API server's up. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not really sure. Now they're showing up again. But nothing's responding. I'm almost wondering if it's not listening on those private IPs. And it's listening on the public IPs or something. But I thought we configured things to listen everywhere. So I guess there's a pretty easy way for us to try this. We can do like IP address here and see if it just works against the public IPs. Now that we know how to use the public IPs. And let's see. Oh, that's fun. Oh, okay. You can't do public IPs in the load balancer. Excellent. All right. Well, that's a no-go. Okay. Well, I think this probably seems like the stopping point for today. I've got a hard stop in 4 minutes anyways. And I will dig into this after the fact. Oops. No, I don't want to do that. I'll dig into this and I will keep you guys up to date on what I find. It's been like I said, it's been a long time. I know that since we did the last session. But if I remember correctly, the last session, what we did was the DigitalOcean example, and we had to like fork the DigitalOcean code and put up a PR and all that stuff. All that stuff's fixed. The actual examples in our repo should work just fine now. Just follow the README and whatever. But yeah, so I'll spend some more time with this, figure it out, what's up here, and yeah, we'll circle back and I'll keep you guys updated. So thanks everyone for joining. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you soon.